What's up, guys? It's Jonny with SixPackAbs.com, and today I'm here to share with you my top 5 tips for boosting your HGH levels naturally. Now, HGH is short for human growth hormone, and it occurs in your body naturally. And you can also resort to supplementation, creams, injections, that sort of thing. And that's not what we're here to do. No creams, no injections, none of that stuff. Human growth hormone, or HGH, is believed to be one of the keys in changing your physique. It's also basically been proven to be the key in muscle tissue growth and repair. It has also been proven to provide deeper sleep, better sleep, stronger bones, tissue growth, tissue recovery. A lot of things have been linked to HGH, and it's also been called the fountain of youth. So why is that important? Well, we all want to stay healthy, we all want to stay young, and we all want to grow muscle, have strong bones, and just be healthy in general. So HGH continues to support us throughout our lives and as we age, but unfortunately, just like anything, as we age, those levels start to decrease and taper off. So that's why I'm here to give you my 5 tips on how to naturally and safely boost those levels and help to hopefully combat some of that tapering and leveling off as we age. Tip number 5 is start weight training or start resistance training if you don't already. Strength training has a ton of benefits, but the main benefit being obviously increasing your muscle strength, your muscle size, your tendon strength, your ligament strength. All of those things are encompassing into the benefit of working out, but also working out and increasing your strength increases your natural growth hormone production. Increasing your muscle size also increases your natural growth hormone production. So what I'm trying to say is, if you don't already do some sort of resistance training, strength training, or weight training, start doing it, and you're naturally going to immediately elevate your growth hormone production levels naturally. Tip number 4 is to start doing high intensity interval training, or HIIT. So with high intensity interval training, what you're doing is you're taking short bursts of energy, short 15, 30 second, maybe 45 second intervals where you're pretty much going all out. Between 75 and 100% of your physical exertion, you're going all out. And then you've got these short rest breaks before you go into another round of the intense interval periods. So what's happening is, during these short rest breaks, is your body is secreting this natural growth hormone. It's releasing it, and it's releasing it to your muscles. So building that up over time, doing HIIT for 20-30 minutes, you're really increasing your natural growth hormone production, as well as, and almost more importantly, after that 24-hour period after you do HIIT, when your body's resting and recovering, your body's staying anabolic. It's not catabolic. Like after hour long of steady, boring cardio, your body only, your metabolism only stays elevated for about an hour or so. After HIIT, you're anabolic, your metabolism's elevated for up to 24 hours afterwards. So that's why it's key in starting to do HIIT, if you don't already, to boost your natural growth hormone levels. Tip number 3 for boosting your natural HGH levels is to eat smaller, spaced out meals. Now, we drive this point home constantly. Eat smaller, spaced out meals. Well, there's a reason behind it. It's not because you have to eat every 2 to 3 hours. That's not why. What you're doing is you're keeping all your blood insulin levels, your blood sugar levels as constant as you can, because those peaks and valleys is when we crash, or when our body will secrete a bunch of glycogen or start storing fat. So we're trying to keep our blood levels, those sugar, all those levels as constant as possible. So eating these spaced out meals helps that. So also it helps in your leveling off those HGH production, that natural HGH production. Now, when I talk about these spaced out meals, that you also want to make sure that those have not a lot of sugar in them, because the sugar content is also something that'll inhibit that HGH production. But with these well spaced out meals, just make sure you have good portions in there, very consistent portions. You're not eating huge 15 ounces of protein and 3 cups of rice or something over the top. You want them well portioned out, and also watch the glycemic index of whatever carb you may be choosing for that. Higher glycemic index carbs, things from flour, things from grains, bread, those sort of things, are going to mess with your blood sugar levels a lot more than a sweet potato or a white rice or a brown rice. and that's what's going to inhibit your natural HGH secretion is that change in blood sugar. So again, to make a long point short, eating these well spaced out meals is going to keep your blood sugar and your blood insulin levels more constant, thus helping you produce that natural HGH a lot better and a lot more consistently. Tip number 2, and this kind of relates to what I was just talking about a little bit. Yeah, we want to eat the well spaced out, well portioned meals, but I mentioned sugar. Sugar, when you eat it, your body's going to release insulin. And what does insulin do? Insulin greatly inhibits the natural release of your growth hormone. So when eating, when choosing your meals or whatever it may be, try to avoid sugars. The sugar occurs naturally in everything. Heck, it's in every vegetable you buy. However, you just want to be careful. A lot of added sugars or unnatural things of that sort are really what's going to mess with your blood sugar levels, releasing that insulin, and again, going back to inhibiting your secretion of growth hormone, which we don't want. So choose low sugar foods. For my last and final tip, and I've talked about this one before, is get sleep. It is probably, out of all these 5 tips that I've just given you, probably the most important one. Couple reasons why. You grow when you sleep. So your body goes through these deep sleep cycles, and that's when your body actually turns anabolic, or when it's building up, recovering, growing. Catabolic being the opposite, breaking down. And so you don't get to that anabolic stage until you're in a deep sleep. So those of you that are only sleeping an hour or two, or really choppy sleep, getting a couple hours here and there, you're never really getting into those deep sleep cycles when your body's anabolic and also secreting natural growth hormones. So your growth hormone production peaks at night. So during the day, yeah, your body's secreting growth hormone here and there, but it's going to peak at night during its rest recovery stages and when you're anabolic. So if you're not getting that proper rest, you're not going to get that proper natural growth hormone secretion. So that's why I can't stress enough, minimum 6 hours of sleep, probably 8. 8's a little optimistic. I know everybody's busy these days, busy schedules. Me, myself, I try to knock out an average of 6.5. And I feel like that's a pretty good sweet spot for me personally. So again, if you're not getting the right sleep, the proper sleep, you've got to do it. It's going to help boost your natural growth hormone release. And then from there, burn fat, build muscle, increase strength, everything we want out of a growth hormone, out of natural growth hormone production. All right, y'all, I just gave y'all some great information on natural growth hormone production, why your body does it, when it does it, and what to do to help boost it. That's the key here, is you want to give your body every chance possible to consistently release this natural growth hormone as much as possible, because that's the key to burning fat, staying young, healthy bones, big muscles, the whole 9 yards. So that's all I've got for y'all today. For more workouts, nutrition, and tips, check out SixPackAbs.com. I'm Jonny. Have a great day.